What is up today, YouTube? So I didn't post yesterday. I ended up being real busy for most of the day prepping for the newest project, which you guys will see soon enough. But today, skating. My wife ended up keeping me up pretty late, so I kind of got a little bit of a headache. My neck hurts. So we're gonna warm up with some flat first. It is beautiful outside. It is about 60 degrees, but everything is wet from the rain. Now the rain has stopped, so hopefully the rest of the world will dry up. But for right now, we're under the pavilion, so let's get 5 flat ground tricks. All right, so that's 5. I wanted to do a different flip trick, and I actually tried a couple others as well, and I was able to stick them, but I was not able to land them, but I'm slowly getting back to where I was. So I am happy that I got the Casper flip. Weirdly, I kept landing in the same crack, even though I kept telling myself not to, but I feel like I'm wasting too much time on the warm-up where I want to get into the main part of the video, which is I bought something. So let me go get it. Okay, so I'm super stoked on this. In this box is a new thing I bought. And if you can see, it's not much bigger than a skateboard. So if you guys remember last summer, I set out to make a portable skate park that could fit in the back of my SUV, but I still could have 5 people sit in the seats. And in a sense, I was able to accomplish what I was looking to do. The original idea of me doing that, though, came from I love skating rails. I love skating flat bars. I might not be the best at it, but there's just this feeling of doing it that's amazing. And about 5-ish years ago, I researched to see if I could find a portable flat bar, one that would break into 2 pieces. And I only could find that Zero sold one about 10 years ago called the Switchblade. And I read the reviews on it. I went all over the internet, and I found that they discontinued them. And 5-ish years ago, I was not able to even find one on eBay or anything like that. So I kind of gave up on it. Fast forward until I bought my house, I decided to make a portable ledge, which is still in the back of my car, it still works great. And that was because I was doing more woodworking than metalworking. But recently, I've been doing a lot of metalworking. So I set out to make my own portable flat bar. I designed it, I did it, all the math, I figured out everything I would need. And then when I went to look for materials, it was actually really hard to find and really expensive. So as I searched for materials, I actually came across this. And I guess I hadn't looked for a portable flat bar in about 5 years, so I found a portable flat bar. This is actually 8 feet, 3 inches long. It supports 220 pounds, and I'm 200, so I'm in the weight class, which is awesome. So we're gonna set this up and show it off. So it might not look like much, but this actually is 8 feet, 3 inches. So let's get it set up. Here it is. So it took me about 5 minutes to set it up, which really is nothing at all. One thing that I've been having issues with, which I see this a lot in the automotive field, is they make the clearances of pieces that fit into each other really tight, which is a good thing, but then they paint them and make that clearances even smaller instead of doing like a coating on it, and it actually makes it a lot harder to then get the pieces together. So I might end up picking up from work what we call like lithium grease, shut up box, and greasing up all the connections. Now, it would feel annoying on my hands, but it would make this a lot better. But here it is, 8 foot 3 inches. All right, so I've done 5 board slides on it. I did bail 1, the first one, which kind of sucked, but I was a little nervous because it's a new rail. But first impressions, it feels pretty good. A few things I was nervous about is a normal flat bar you'll find at a skate park usually is about 2 inches in diameter for a round bar. This is about 1.5 inches, which is not as strong, but it feels really solid. So we're gonna keep skating it. We're gonna try a couple of front boards and see how that goes. Alright YouTube, so after skating this rail, I skated for about 2 hours and I did do some grinds on it, but that's in a different video. The pros and cons. Pros. You cannot feel the gaps at all. It feels amazing. It slides amazing. I actually really didn't nick the paint at all and used very, very little wax compared to my Fresh Park rail that when I bought that I had to wax the crap out of it. It slid terribly. This was just awesome off the bat. The only thing I could say is a con for it is its highest setting is what I was skating it at, which is 9 inches, which is like my shin, which is actually lower than what I normally skate something. And that's coming from a guy who skates low things to begin with. So maybe eventually I'll make my own feet for it so I can bring it up a little bit higher. But a lot of things I was afraid of was the fact that there are 4 feet on it, and I figured that the 2 in the middle would get in the way of you getting on at the middle section, but they're actually so small that they don't get in the way at all. You really don't notice them. So that was awesome. So the only complaint is it's tight, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and as always, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a great day, guys, and keep pushing forward.